Welcome back, everyone, to another exciting episode of Budget Beatdown, Revved Riches versus Thrifty Thrills. This week, the DeBerti Ford Mustang GT. I'm assuming that DeBerti, which is a post-tuning manufacturer, took a Mustang GT, did some upgrades to it, and then you have the Ford Mustang GT. I believe this is from 2018. No idea why. It looks kind of cool. I'm not going to lie. It looks kind of built. It looks powerful, I guess. I don't fucking know.
But it is just a Mustang, all in all. And we know what happens to Mustangs on this channel.
One of us, spoiler alert, might rage quit this week. Maybe. One of us might be in a purple car right now that might rage quit this week.
You know, I gotta go to sleep. I gotta get to work.
Oh, man, I don't feel like doing the drifts today. You know what? I'm so tired of this car. Let's just rage quit. Anyways, this week, I will be in high car with 75,000 credits spent, but without the ability to tune my vehicle. Meaning whatever upgrades I put into this car, that is it. I do not get to go on the dyno and change it around. It is stock what it comes with. Meanwhile, Wobblepop will have 55,000 credits spent, but will be able to tune his purple people eater. Will tuning make it a bigger difference than money? We'll see. I don't know.
I don't know either, but good luck.
Yeah, good luck. All right, let's take a look at this. I haven't looked at anything on this car. 75,000 credits for 750 horsepower. No. We could go for a V12. That is 50K. That goes. I think we'll stick with the base engine. That might be fine. We'll throw in a twin turbo. We'll throw in all-wheel drive. We'll go for slick race tire compound. Why not? We can change the front tires, but we can't change the back tires because I'm pretty sure those are already dragged 355s on them. But we can make them bigger, which will give us a little bit better grip on the off-road. Let's stick without that for now. We'll see about that later. We do want the best things we can get. What do we have here? We have race, rally, and do we have drift? We do have drift. 0.83, 0.62. We'll go for the 83, just a little bit more. Whatever. 749 credits is not bad. That's actually pretty damn good. We'll go for drift 4-speed trans. That's going to be great for us. Race differential. 11.2 pounds off the weight. That's fine. $33 for 22. That's pretty good. $3K for 97. Yeah, that's why you always go for that. 10 for 2010. No. Let's start seeing the power. 1.8 for 15 is not that bad. 21 for 22 is not too bad either. 18 for 1.9. Sure. 3K for 16, not worth that. 24, yep, okay. 31 for 32. Okay, so most of this stuff is pretty damn good. Now I do want to get Aero on here because Aero is great for us. It's gonna look dumb, don't get me wrong, but it will be great for us overall. 0.18 pounds. I think there might be one that's lighter, maybe. There's one that's the exact same. which is fine. Let's go for those. Why not? And for finale, we could have gone with a different engine, but I feel like this one might be better overall. Is there anything else we could do? I don't think there really is. We could go for this. Nope, too high. This, perfect. We go down to 3,190 pounds, which is, not a giant significant cut, but it's pretty big. Up from 750 to 1,292 horsepower, which is pretty dang good. And our class goes from S1 100 points up to a S2, which is pretty nice. So overall, pretty good trade. I don't know what to paint this car. The sleek black looks pretty good. I do like it. I'm wondering if there's something we could do to make it look that little bit more good, you know. Maybe get a tint of color here. Have it at 50 so it has a little bit of color showing, but not too much. I like that. Now, we'll keep that same. Never. And then I look over to pink and purple. Bright pink. And, pretty bright purple.
I had to have something amusing, so when I start to think about rage quitting, at least I can laugh at my paint job.
Okay, that's fair. I like that your roof has text on it that I cannot read.
I'm scared to hear your stats because I was able to make a pretty beefy car.
I noticed you went for arrow, which I like. I
I
too
I
went
had
for
to
the
try
arrow.
something.
I too went for the arrow. Mostly because I was like, I don't want to upgrade the engine because I feel like the other engines, like there's one that the first one is 20,000 and it puts the stats down. And I'm like, unless there's some great options for it, I don't want to mess with that. Then the next one was a V12 for 50K engine for 50K. And I'm like, if I do that, there's no other upgrade. There is tires and there is brakes and maybe turbo and all wheel drive. That's it. I'm like, I don't want to mess with that. No.
Fair enough. So you stay with the stock engine. That's impressive.
Yes, I was debating on going for the 75K and just going get we ball. And then I was like, no,
for the
because
memes.
I was like, no, because the rear wheel drive in this thing sucks. And having an extra 750 horsepower in this car will not do it any justice. So, no.
I'm glad you thought logically there. Because that would have been you would have been the one raging.
I would have rage quit within the first half hour, probably. Anyways,
it would have been like that drag race a couple weeks ago where I asked you for a car length or for a second head start.
Yeah. So you want to hear these stats?
I do.
1,292 horsepower, 1,060 foot-pounds of torque, 3,190 pounds total, 54% face forward, and 6.2-liter engine.
Impressive. So, mind you, I went $500 over budget, but that's within our speculative that we said we could have.
Yep.
I have a power of 1,192 horsepower, torque of 978 foot-pounds. I'm weighing in a little heavier, 3,219. Weight ratio of 54% and a displacement of 6.2 liters.
This is going to be a close one.
It's going to be very close. The budget was very graceful with this. Are you ready?
I am.
Yeah, there's that extra little power.
Just a little bit. I see you trying to air graft off of me.
Hey, it's working. It's working. I was catching at the end.
I hit max speed right at the end. Oh boy.
Oh. Ooh. I will say I did take this car out for a quick test drive with cornering. God, the front end does not turn in. It's annoying.
Uh-oh. Even with the arrow in the front?
Yeah.
Oh no. So what you're saying is I'm going to hate this week. Probably.
Both of us are.
Good. Good to know. Good to know we will suffer inequality.
You know, a little extra power and weight gets you almost 20 PI difference. That's pretty good.
Only
we'll
almost
be suffering.
20 grand only got me almost 20 PI difference. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, I see that.
Oh, it's gonna be a photo finish.
No, 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 no.
I think I got it. I don't know. It was so close. I got it. Oh my goodness. Look how close this was.
I will find out. I will find out where you live and I will come and stab you. I swear. That is a B. I don't like that right there. No, sir.
So the tuning does work. Huh, who would have thought?
That's one race, Mike. She does look like she has a good attack profile, though. I'll say that much.
Yes, she does.
She's beefy where she needs to be, and she looks angry where she needs to be as well.
She's angry, boy.
That's the one thing about the new Mustangs I can say I kind of like. The proper Mustangs look like they're powerful where they need to be.
Right, they got a nice aggressive look to them.
Yeah,
I'll give you that.
it put me in front because it knows how the drag race went.
Yeah, it's being nice to you.
Mm-hmm.
Here's your front place, even though you got more power than him.
It knows how to treat royalty here.
Royalty. Yeah, that front end does not want to drag it around.
Yeah, I can see exactly what you mean here.
Even with the arrow, that is terrible. Even with my tune. Anything over 70, it just does not turn. I hope it drifts better than it
I really hope that the emergency brake comes really good in here.
I attacked aggressively on that corner.
You did pretty damn good in that corner, I'll say.
I will say this, the brakes are phenomenal.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Maybe they're like, oh, wow, we can't get this car to turn. Let's give it better brakes at least. I don't think we've ever had too wide around that corner.
No, I don't think we have either. Oh. Okay, wow.
Sorry?
Wow.
I did not mean to. As you come flying past me, it's all right.
I do not like how little she likes to turn. That is annoying.
It is very annoying. Although once you kick her sideways, she holds it pretty well.
Yeah. Oh, that was very aggressive on that turn, and I'm surprised that I got the checkpoint.
On my screen, it looked like you missed it.
I barely skimmed by it.
This is a new world record for, for us
Yeah, this if we stick this close, this will be very close. We both hit the wall that time.
The stress is coming in. Mistakes are being made the last lap. Go figure.
The last lap is being the worst one.
I will say I'm very impressed that we were able to keep it too wide most of the quarters, though. Oh, now that I can attack that aggressively.
I see how it is
machine in the way.
I see how it is. Oh, your fat face was in the way. Sorry, I couldn't get in my proper quarter line. For the best lap being only 2 seconds off, and the total time also only being 2 seconds off, I'm kind of.
I did put a touch into the more camber in the front too. But I mean, you're on drift suspension, so you already have all the camber.
Here's something I'm thinking about right now, because like during the muscle car era, the Camaro was the one that looked like it was long, even though it wasn't that much longer than even though it wasn't like super long, especially compared to the Dodge. It was longer than the Mustang, but also, like, imagine bringing back the old the Oldsmobile Toronado, or like the Cadillac, whatever, the Lincoln Continental, or something like that. Give us those muscle cars that weren't necessarily powerful back then, but like a mix of power and luxury. Give us that back, and I wonder how those. And now I kind of want to. I kind of want to email Oldsmobile and like, yo, listen, Coronado, let's talk about the possibility of that coming back.
Maybe shoot them a concept too.
Yeah.
Gosh, this front, typical Mustang thing. The front end does not turn in.
The fact that I have to downshift.
I wonder why it hits everybody.
Yeah, the fact that I have to downshift a second just to get her to turn a little bit more. It's kind of annoying.
I mean, drifting works too.
Yeah, not a great bunch though.
No, you lose a lot more time. It looks cool. At least you get style points. I can't believe I was able to get 1,000 horsepower out of this, plus all-wheel drive, plus freaking aero that is useless.
It kind of feels useless, yeah. This is one of the weeks.
This would feel without it, though.
Yeah, I only imagine it would get worse. Oh, that was me missing that.
I don't think it'd be I don't really think it'd be that much worse, though.
No, I don't think so either.
This thing has so much speed in it, but it can't utilize it around any freaking corner. Oh, next race, we're going to be pulling our hair out.
Oh, probably.
All that high speed.
Just think about the mountaintop.
Oh, that's going to... great.
Yeah, all those turns.
At least we're in almost identical cars.
More or less at this point. I'm surprised how little 75K got me.
I almost think you should have went with the first engine, because it probably could have gotten more upgrade into it.
It might have, but for 20K extra and it taking away, I think, like 100 horsepower, it was like, that's a risk I don't want to take, because unless your upgrades are giving me double what this engine got for half the price, I don't see a way that that's viable in this competition at all.
True, but at the same time, when I was going through my upgrades trying to...
Yeah, we didn't test a base model on this, but still, it feels pretty useless compared to normal.
It does. Hell, don't put wide tires on the front. That's probably half our problem.
To be fair, I think I did put the max width on the front, and that might have been a problem. Yeah.
I did not, because I was like, it's already got a wide tire on it, and price difference too, obviously.
Yeah, exactly.
But it even this car stock has a wide front tire.
Yeah. I will say the engine sounds pretty heavy duty. Like, it almost sounds
it's got
like
a great sound to it.
Engine.
I don't know how brave to be around these corners.
Yeah, that's exactly the problem, is how much control am I to lose if I go through this in fourth gear.
I will say these higher speeds, though, it actually turns in better. That's probably due to the aero, definitely.
Going through these corners, it feels a lot more responsive. Although we're also not turning as steeply as the first race.
But we are going twice the speed.
Yeah.
I'm going to miss a checkpoint being that brave. Wouldn't be the first time.
Oh.
I'm on the edge of it. You're catching.
I'm also trying not to be too brave here.
We did exactly the same thing.
Yeah, I'm assuming we did there.
By the way, it looked like you were hard on the brakes and then you turned and it was turning, so you were like, great, I can add some throttle to it, and then it went right into the wall, right?
I slammed on the e-brakes as well.
Oh, I did not use the e-brake. That might have helped.
This might be, other than the second race, this might be the closest we've been on, like, multiple races at a time.
Yeah. I mean, only a second behind. Well, you should be a second ahead, but tuning is making a really big difference here.
Oh, yeah. Not to mention, like, there is a few turns where I probably could have taken it a little bit quicker, or I could have stayed in third gear instead of going down to second, or fourth gear instead of third. But it's like, I don't want to be that brave and smack headfirst into it. We seem to play both ways off-road, so...
We have. I'm honestly impressed that I haven't even gotten mad at this car yet.
That's the thing is, surprisingly compared to other Mustangs, there's no point in where it's like this is clearly the car's fault and not mine. Other than the fact that it doesn't turn as well as it should, it's still turning pretty dang okay though. Like it's not the best, but we've also
Yeah.
had much worse fully upgraded. So it's like it's also not the
Much
worst.
worse.
It's better than my expectations were. I'll say that. I didn't expect with how thick it looks in the back, especially those tires, of it being able to turn like a Grand Prix, but it still
And
handles.
I didn't expect. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was just gonna say it still handles pretty damn well. It's just again we've had better before, but we've also had much worse, and more is probably on the
True.
worse side than the better. Here comes the hard part.
I was gonna say it's a Mustang. I rage at Mustangs, so I'm just surprised. Oh, this is not working out well.
Yeah, I'm having a fun time watching you slide back and forth here.
All I did really was raise the suspension, and it's not really making much better.
It doesn't seem to really on the dirt race. I'll say that much. Every time that I've risen the suspension to the max level, it doesn't seem to work a whole lot.
There's just so much grip in the rear that it doesn't want to let go.
I'm gonna say this handles better on the dirt than on the road, in my opinion. Just because the dirt gives it that turning that it needs, but it also gives it too much of a wide arc.
Oh, it's bouncy over that though.
Yeah. Uh-oh. This, that's not great.
We're golden.
Son of a bitch. I might be able to. Nope.
Come on, we know I got you on top. Well,
yeah, on top speed, but have you reached top speed yet? Because I barely did at the end.
No. No.
If it was a second, if it was a second closer on the end there, we could have handled it. But I took one of those.
Literally
turns,
a second.
I took the third to last turn too hard, and the second to last turn I had to really make up for it, and I still smacked into the wall, and that threw me off.
And we were joking today, and he's like, "You should be proud of yourself, because there should be a lot more wood on the ground, and you're fucking just one row behind me. You're doing good." I'm like, I am very proud of myself. Because holy fuck. I'm mad because tomorrow I have to leave early because I have to get an alignment. I have my alignment scheduled for the Volkswagen because I just did the tie rods on it.
Oh,
which means I'm on a path for, well, I'll still break my best week for picking up loads so far, but I was gonna average 10 loads the whole week for every day, which would have been fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
I was gonna see if we can stay in ghost mode the whole time.
Yeah. I was like, this is either gonna be great or it's gonna end up catastrophically for us.
Either way, I did crank up the downforce in the front to max because this is all corners.
That was bad.
Yeah, I cranked the downforce all the way up in the front, and
No difference.
it's a little bit better at the slower speeds. It doesn't seem like that much, but when I look down at the speedometer, I'm definitely going a lot faster than what I would have from the first race.
Yeah.
16 miles an hour doesn't seem like a big difference, but in a race it is.
Oh, especially when you're going that fast. 16 miles per hour from 16 is only 32. But 16 miles per hour from 109 is still 107. Is still 115, which 125. I mean, which is considerably more dangerous than 109.
Considerably, I love the way you put that. You're not wrong.
Oh no! Hit it! Thank you.
I just tried to drift this last corner, and yes, the initial start of it was great, but it just has so much grip, it just pulled itself out of it.
Yeah, it really does. I don't know if we're gonna get even close to our record.
I see myself DNFing on the first one.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I'll be trying so hard.
I really wouldn't be surprised if we do DNF on at least one of the drifts, if not two, because every single corner that I've drifted into, I've come out in full control, and that doesn't bode well for drifting the entire time. The short drift, the middle drift, that might not be as bad, but like those pure 90-degree turns in the last drift and in the second drift,
the sway bars. So yeah, it feels better sideways, but is it actually going to be controllable?
Well, we'll see.
Good luck. It's a beautiful night in the game.
Oh yeah. Okay, this might not be as bad as I thought it would be. Sure, I have to slam on my e-brake a lot more to get her to still slide.
Yeah, it's not terrible. It's not one of my custom made drift cars, but
it's definitely not my favorite, but she could be much worse.
It reacts to the inputs very nicely.
Mm-hmm.
Title of the video. Oh my god, I actually like a Mustang?
Not click parentheses, not clickbait.
Right. I don't want to be one of those people. I will say, sometimes it's probably the tune I put on it. Sometimes though, like I can hit the e-brake, and once it goes too sideways now, it doesn't want to recover.
It might be the tune because mine feels fine.
I should also say when I'm off, like if I stay off the throttle. If I'm on the throttle, it recovers better. So yeah, it could be driver error too.
Maybe.
I can see by your tire marks you did a way better job on that corner.
Some of them I did. Other ones I see lines I could improve. Oh god. Not bad, but not the greatest.
Same.
What did you get?
803.
Damn, I got 759.
Damn.
It's one of those cars, like when we finished the Camaro, I was like, this is such a great drift car. I'm going to take it out. And the first course I took it out on, I beat your score. And I'm like, great. Now I have to go back, get an older car, and beat it with that car. I had to beat my new score with that older car, just so I can go, it wasn't just the Camaro. I've improved. So far, hasn't worked. I've tried it for 3 different days. This is one of those cars where I'm afraid now, if I did take this out after getting a proper tune on it, it would be one of those cars of, this is so good, I can do it and still be great. Oh, I just beat the player score, and I probably shouldn't have. Oopsie. And I was like, well, I'm gonna have to go back and retry this now. Yay.
God, that one is just so difficult, man, because you only get one turn.
It's a one shot of getting it right, and if you even enter the turn wrong, nope, nothing.
This one's gonna be okay. Now, I'm sure if you went back to rear-wheel drive with tires on it and everything, this thing would be way better for this.
Maybe. 159.
You got me there. I got 151.
Oh, dang. I did the corner right before, like the 2 corners right before the U-turn corner. Those I did perfectly. If I didn't do those as good as I did, it probably would have been sub 150.
Yeah. It's so weird. It's a Mustang thing. They've been working on it for many years.
Yeah. Oh, that was nice.
Oh no, I overcooked it into that 90.
Oh no.
I see you cooked it on the way out, but I cooked it before I even got to it. I tried to do a long e-brake stand into it.
I almost got close. I got pretty close to my personal best there. 193.
I got 191.
that first U corner I came out of perfectly. Like I entered it kind of haphazardly. The first U-turn corner though, I came out of that perfect drift, and I'm like, if the second U-turn comes out that great, we're golden. And then I entered decent into the second U-turn, and I exited so bad. There's no choice. But seeing I was only
I saw you on the barrier.
the scene that I was only I got stuck behind the barrier, which I was like, this might end badly. Luckily it didn't. But seeing that I was still 20 points closer, like only 20k off from my high score, that was the point where I was like, cool. I now know that if I get this car tuned right, this would be a car that I can drift perfect.